guys, how'd everybody like that tour? I'm just joking, guys. Just a couple of safety things that we all need to go over before we get out there on the trails today. First, that no smoking sign up there. Please no smoking or vaping of any kind for the next 55 to 60 minutes. Second, I am required to show you all how to use these life jackets today. Now, in our 78 years of operation, we've never once had to use them, but just in case you do today, just stick your head through that big hole in the top right there, take that strap, wrap it around your waist, clip it right back to where you'll find that clip on that little ring right there. You'll be all set for a nice, stylish float down the Wisconsin River. Now, there are 23 adult life jackets located above all of your guys' head. Above my head here, 6 child life vests for anybody under 50 pounds. Now, could you guys point to today's emergency exits? Yep, that's right, guys. Left, right, front, back. Even up if you pull down on the yellow handle anywhere we don't see one of these steel green beams. While we're out there on the trails today, we will be getting close to some rocks and some trees and some cliffs. So I ask that you please keep all heads, arms, hands, hats, glasses, small children, anything like to take home with you inside the green beams at all times on today's tour. And when we do get out there onto the water, feel free to let it all hang loose. Keep in mind, though, this is a family tour. Please stay seated for the entirety of the ride today. And once we get back to the docks over there, I'll be the first one to the back of the boat to let you all know when it's all good to get off. Now, is it anybody's first duck tour today? Got any first-timers back there? Oh, a couple of you. Well, guess what, guys? Happens to be my first time, too. So let's see how this works. Now, if you look off to the left and right side of the duck here, you'll notice these hand-carved granite statues. Now, these statues decorated the Chicago Board of Trade Center building until 1932, when the building was redecorated with a stick of dynamite. Now, these statues were later purchased by Helen Robb to decorate her home of Dawn Manor. Now, please keep Helen Robb in the back of your mind, as we will be talking about her a little bit later on today's tour. I guess what I'm trying to say here, guys, is don't take these statues for granted. I hope you guys enjoyed that joke, as I like to think it is my best one of the day. So if you did not, it could be a real long tour for you out here. A couple of facts for you all about the duck that you're riding in today. Launch lane here was built back in 1943 in Pontiac, Michigan by General Motors for a price of $10,000. Her main purpose was to transport troops and supplies from the sea to the shore in both World War II and the Korean War. Now, she's 8 feet 2 inches wide, 11 feet tall, 32 feet long, and weighs in at a slim but slender 7.5 tons. She can go about 6 to 8 knots on water, about 45 miles an hour on land. She has 12 gears total, 10 forward, 2 in reverse. If at any point on today's tour you feel like you're going to be falling out of the duck, just do one thing for me. Grab that person sitting right next to you. Now, the U.S. Coast Guard states I'm only required to stop if 2 or more people fall out of the duck today. Today's tour will likely be coming across some wildlife, so if you guys do see anything cool, just let me know, and I'll do my best to stop or slow down so you all can get a quick photo. Now, on the rare occurrence that we don't see any wildlife on today's tour, I'm going to pass my microphone right to this lady sitting behind me, and she's going to tell all of you all about her wildlife. Luckily for her, I don't think she's going to have to do that, because if you look off to the left, I do think I see something hiding down there in the bushes. Can you guys see it? It's kind of small. Almost looks like it might be a little baby. I think it might be a little bit reddish in color as well. Can you guys see it hiding down there now? I think it might also have, guys, is that 8 signs with the word stop on it? Look at that. It's a baby stop sign down there. Look at how cute that thing is. And you guys need me to go back so you all can get a quick photo, or are you guys all good? All good? Okay. Those baby stop signs sure do grow up fast. Now, if you look off to the left and right side of the duck here, you'll notice these warning and danger signs as we are coming up here on the most dangerous part of today's tour. known as the S-curves. So I'm going to come to a stop right here because I need you all to quickly reach underneath your seats, grab the bright orange safety belts, then fasten them across your waist. It'll be all set to keep going here. If you guys find those under there? And if you guys do find those safety belts, please let me know. We've been looking for them for about 78 years, so I suggest you all keep on looking. We have now entered into Ferndale. Now Ferndale is home to many different kinds of ferns, such as the green fern, the red for the blue for the orange for the purple for the coconut fern, the stripe for the deeper for the cheetah fern, the beady for the beady for the beady for the beady for the interrupting fern, the walking fern, the talking fern, the pink fern, the periwinkle fern, the Phineason fern. And over here on the left, guys, my personal favorites, the invisible fern. Could you guys see it? Me neither. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pacific Ocean. A little bit smaller than I thought it would be. You guys, as you do enter into the water today, it could get a little bit bumpy, so I do suggest you take one hand, put it on that seat in front of you, and with your other hand, plug your nose as we prepare to become a submarine. Here we go. Cannonball! And just like that, we are now a boat afloat the Wisconsin River. Now, you might have just seen me disengage my wheels. They're probably slowly floating up to the surface right now. I really hope we don't need those later. And we have just entered here into the Wisconsin River. Now, the Wisconsin River starts up in the northeastern part of the state in Lafayette, before flowing for 437 miles southwest, exiting out into the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. On its 430-mile journey, it passes through 27 hydroelectric dams that power over 200 Wisconsin cities, making the Wisconsin River one of the hardest working rivers in the nation. You can either go to the shoreline on the left and go all the way over to the mushroom-shaped rock in front of us. The top half kind of hangs out over the water. And that's our first rock formation of the day, known as Pulpit Rock. Now, Pulpit Rock has a little bit of a story that goes with it. Back during the early 1800s, a traveling preacher would come into town and preach a sermon to some settlers in their boats below the rock. Now, the preacher was a very long-winded preacher, and his sermon was rather boring, so all the settlers, they would flow right down the Wisconsin River as they fell asleep. Now, the preacher was not very happy about this, so he went into town looking for a way to spice up his sermon, and he bought himself a baby grand piano. So he took the baby grand piano, set it right on top of Pulpit Rock, and let's just say the next sermon was absolutely rocking. So rocking that the preacher was jumping up and down for joy while he cracked Pulpit Rock in half, sending himself flying all the way across the Wisconsin River into that green tree over there. Yeah, the one with the leaves. That's for that baby grand piano. Well, it tumbled down to the right side of Pulpit Rock where it still lies to this day. Put on the rock and keys pointed up towards the heavens. Now, who back there believes my story about the preacher and his piano? Got any believers of my story back there? Yeah, a couple of you? For all you non-believers, let me just say I can get a few notes so cranking out of that baby grand. That's right, guys, I could play some hard rock by the Rolling Stones. Now, I do admit, everyone, that was one of my bolder jokes of the day. If you take a look at the shoreline in front of us, then go all the way over to the left and then up about 15 feet. You guys will see our most famous rock formation of the day, known as Hawks Beak. Now use your imagination with me and imagine at the top part of the cliff up there, that could be the Hawk's upper beak. If you move down about 5 feet, that curved rock below it, that could be the Hawk's lower beak. Now if we stretch our imagination even a little bit further, you could say that the slit in the top of the cliff, that could be the Hawk's eye. The little rock that sticks out in between the beaks, that could be the hawk's thumb. And that slab of rock that sticks out towards us, that could be the hawk's wing and shoulder as it glides across the Wisconsin River. Now, Hawks Beak is our most famous rock formation out here on the water today, because back in 1963, it was featured on the cover of Life magazine. It was also a very popular signal point for the Ho-Chunk Nation as they made their way down the river in the early days of Wisconsin. To the left and right side up here, you'll notice these sandstone cliffs. Now, these sandstone cliffs are a very special kind of sandstone known as Potsdam sandstone. The Potsdam sandstone is only found in 4 places in the entire world. Now, one is Potsdam, Germany, where it gets its name. 2 is Zurich, Switzerland. 3 is upstate New York, where it's completely underwater. And would anyone like to guess the 4th and final location? Yep, that's right, guys. Right here, the Wisconsin Dells for about a 15-mile stretch. Now, Potsdam sandstone is so special because it locks in a lot of moisture, meaning all the trees and plants above are all growing with little topsoil, and some trees can grow directly out the face of the cliffs. If you look off to the right, you might notice a little bit of a change in scenery. Now, back on June 9th of 2008, the worst natural disaster to ever hit this area occurred. Record amount of rainfall meant that Lake Delton over there rose over 50 inches. Well, that was just way too much water for the former Linear to hold. So all 267 acres of water, along with 4 summer homes and County Highway A, spilled right here into the Wisconsin River. Now, if you look off to the left at where the sand meets the trees, that's a good idea of about how high the water was on that day, well above the top of our canopy here. Now, it took about 3 months and $3.6 million to rebuild County Highway A and restore the levee, and I'll be showing all of you a different look of the breach of Lake Delton later on today's tour. As you're making your way down the river, you might have noticed the slightly brown color that the water has. Now, that brown color is not because of dirt or pollution, but instead because of something known as tannic acid. Now, tannic acid is found in tamarack trees that live in tamarack swamps that the Wisconsin River flows through up in the northern part of the state. And I know what you're saying, Harper, tannic acid, that sounds kind of scary. But I can assure you guys it's not, as it's a very common food dye found naturally in many drinks you might have already had today, such as tea and coffee, Coke and Pepsi, or my personal favorite, Jack Daniels, which I just had an entire bottle of before this tour. You may have noticed I just re-engaged our wheels as we are about to enter here into Doe Creek. Now, Doe Creek is a little bit rocky and sandy, so it is prone to getting some duck stuck. But don't worry, everyone, if we do get stuck today, I've come up with a master plan. Now, me and all the other big, strong adults on board, we're all going to head to the back of the boat, and then we're going to slowly lower all of the children into the freezing cold Wisconsin River. And all you kids will push the rest of us to safety. How does that plan sound, everyone? Pretty good? Don't worry, kids, I'm only joking. The Wisconsin River is not that cold today. Now that we've entered into Doe Creek, you guys get an up-close and personal look at the Potsdam sandstone I was talking about from earlier. You can see all these trees and plants are growing straight out the face of the cliffs. You can see Newman's Dam. Now, Newman's Dam was built back in 1927 to dam up Doe Creek and create artificial Lake Delton up above. Now, it's a common misconception that back during the breach of Lake Delton, this dam broke. It actually did not, but just in case another natural disaster happens in the area again, a large 80-foot spillway was installed to the right of the dam. Now, can you guys all see the dam right? Pretty cool looking, isn't it? Yeah, well, it might be a good time then to take out those cameras and take all those damn photos that you've been asking me about. And we got one dam photographer back here, always do it. How does everybody want to enter into the lake today? Do you guys want to go in fast or do you guys want to go in slow? Fast. Alright, if you're going fast, just a couple things I need to warn you. There might be a slight mist that comes over the front of the boat. It could hit me and maybe the first row here. but that'd be nothing in comparison to the large 20-foot tidal wave that'd be coming over the back of the boat. If you guys do have anything on the ground, I do recommend that you pick that up now, because anything that launches forward here, I do get to keep and sell on eBay. Are you guys ready? Here we go. I was not joking about that 20-foot tidal wave, but if you guys are a little bit wet, just remember what I said before. This is artificial Lake Delton, which means this is all artificial water. So all of you are artificially wet. A common question that I get when we're out here in Lake Delton is what kind of fish are on this lake? Well, I like to think that there are two main types of fish you can see out here today. Some that are alive and some that are dead. I told that joke to someone the other day and they said that was the worst joke that they had ever heard. So I turned around to that man and said, "Sir, why such the crappie attitude?" He didn't cheer him up one bit. If you guys come here to the right, imagine with me instead of those two park benches and purple rocks, we instead have 4 summer homes. Now this is the site of those 4 summer homes before they were swept away into the Wisconsin River. Imagine all the water from the lake that you guys see behind you draining out of the lake, breaking through the rocks and trees, entering into the river down below in just about 2 hours. That's all the time that it took for all that destruction to take place, but luckily for myself, all the rushing water did just barely miss my summer home over there on the left. I wish. We have now entered into Delton State Park. Delton State Park is home to many different kinds of wildlife, including white-tailed deer, rabbits, raccoons, chickens, cats, pigs, hogs-tailed sheep, rhinoceroses, giraffes, alligator sharks, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. If you guys do happen to see any of those lions or bears on today's tour, please let me know and I'll do my best to swerve and hit them. You might be saying, "Harper, why would you want to hit such a majestic creature?" We here at the original Wisconsin Ducks, we're all die-hard Green Bay Packers fans. I don't think we'll be seeing any of those lions or bears, however, because this morning I painted a blue and white line around the perimeter of the forest. That's right, guys, I painted a gold line. Well, we all know that lions and bears have a tough time crossing those. That's our second cute baby stop sign of the day down there. Though I do like to think, like any second born child, this baby stop sign is just a touch uglier than the firstborn, but hey, maybe that's just me. Anyone back there a fan of roller coasters? Got some roller coaster fans on board? Well, here we go. Here comes the roller coaster hill. How'd you guys like it? Just kidding. Six Flags. If you look off to the right, you guys will see that we are on top of Last Look Point. Now, Last Look Point gets its name for a few different reasons. Reason number one, you can see where we entered the water today, down over at Echo Point. Echo Point. Echo Point. And reason number two, it's the last good look that you guys get of the Wisconsin River today. And reason number three, well, it might be the last good look that you guys get of anything at all, as I am prepared to send Kwajalein here off this 50-foot cliff. If you guys are a little scared of heights like me, you can always just close your eyes. And here we go. Okay, everyone, I'm going to need a little bit of help because I can never quite remember which way to go. Is it left or right or straight? Somebody give me a hand. I'm just joking, guys. I was not joking about the 50-foot cliff. But we here at the original Wisconsin Ducks, we're all about safety. That's why I personally installed this steel mesh safety barrier you see off to the right side of the dock. I know what you're saying, Harper, that is totally chicken wire. Well, I was skeptical at first too, but Hank at the hardware store assured me that if it could hold back a chicken, it could certainly hold back a duck. Head to the Gulf to the left. This is Lake of the Dells, founded back in 1943 as a wildlife sanctuary. But nowadays, all it really does is breed the Wisconsin state summer bird, the mosquito. Now when those mosquitoes get all old and gray, well, we pack them up, put them in the little gray box that you'll see off here to the left. Then we ship them off to our good friends in Minnesota, kind of like Brett Favre. We have now entered onto the Lowland Trail. Now the Lowland Trail is widely considered to be one of the most beautiful parts of today's tour. So I'm going to sit back, relax, turn off my mic, and let nature do all the talking. If you remember from before, Gorges Lane here is 8 feet 2 inches wide, and Redbird Gorge at its narrowest is 8 feet 6 inches wide, giving me only 4 inches of wiggle room to work with. If you thought that this part was scary, just wait till I take you across that bridge. Down into Black Hawk Gorge. The Black Hawk Gorge is named after famous Chief Black Hawk. A fun fact about Chief Black Hawk, he was chief of the Sauk Nation at just 14 years old, the youngest on record for the Sauk tribe. All this trekking through the woods has reminded me of a story from the other day. I was out here taking my tours when I noticed a little baby bear crying off in the distance. I thought that was weird, so I went over to investigate, and I said, baby bear, what is wrong, what is wrong? He said, oh, Harper, all these other bears out here, they just keep feeding and feeding on me. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I gave that baby bear some of the best advice I'd ever given anyone. I said, baby bear, pack your bags, move down to Chicago. The bears, they just don't beat anybody down there. We have now entered into the Helen Raub tree farm. Now when Helen Raub moved here in the early 40s, she was not very happy about the lack of trees in the area, as she was somewhat of a naturalist. So she took it upon herself to plant some trees in the most natural way possible, perfectly straight rows. If you guys have gone to the right, you can see a deer eating at one of these trees over here. You can see it up there to the right? To the right, you'll notice these steel sheds. Now these steel sheds are where Quangeline and the rest of her friends hibernate all winter so they can party all summer long. Now the tanch in the middle, that's our duck hospital, as we like to. And they house our 7 year-round mechanics, or as we like to call them, our quack doctors. Now just like any good doctor, they can't quite save them all. So coming up here on the left, we have the Ducks Graveyard. May they all rust in pieces. Now on behalf of everyone here at the Original Wisconsin Ducks, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and taking a tour today. Now, if you guys did enjoy today's tour, my name is Harper, and you're riding in Sherry. If you didn't enjoy today's tour, well, I guess my name is Will, and you're riding in Quangeline. Thank you all, and enjoy your stay here in the beautiful Wisconsin Dells.